Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Sandy VCAL PD presents the Sports Corner Podcast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey guys, what's up here? It's 2Sweet podcast.
And today we'll be going through some news, reviews, and rumors.
Yep. And today we're going to start off the show with Leigh's rumor mill. Feed me, because I have a big rumor, and I have a couple of rumors to talk about.
And I want to hear your news and reviews first, Edan. I want to get this off the page right here.
All right. Well, this is nearly confirmed. I don't know if it's confirmed, but it's been talked about. I don't know if Leigh has it because I haven't told him. But CM Punk teasing a Bullet Club.
Oh, yes. Yes, I heard of this. I did heard of this.
There we go.
That's going to be the biggest news or rumor there is.
That is the biggest rumor right now, other than other rumors Leigh has right now, but I will get shortly. This rumor is the biggest rumor in wrestling this week, maybe in the past month. Imagine CM Punk joining the Bullet Club. Maybe get rid of Kenny Omega. I love Kenny Omega. Get rid of Kenny Omega, put him in WWE. But we're going to talk about that real late in the show, how who should WWE sign. But I'm talking about this rumor right now. That would be excellent, wouldn't it, Leigh?
It would. It would make a brilliant move for CM Punk to go from MMA to back to professional wrestling, because CM Punk doesn't really have anything going on with UFC right now.
Yeah, he's not doing well in the UFC.
Had one fight with
Mickey Gall.
Mickey Gall, that's right, yeah. And that's it. We didn't hear anything from CM Punk.
Now, I also want to talk about Luke Gallows. He said to the Young Bucks they should try WWE out. I think the Young Bucks are perfect for the WWE and NXT, but I don't see them joining in a year or two. Maybe 2019, because Kenny Omega has rumored that he wants to join WWE in 2019. I'm not too fond of my rumors, but that's what I have at the moment. Leigh has all the rumors because this is...
Yes, because this is my segment, Leigh's Rumor Mill.
There we go.
First, before I get to my rumors, yes, I agree with you that Luke Gallows talking about the Young Bucks to move to WWE, since the Young Bucks don't have anything going on with Ring of Honor and New Japan right now.
Yeah, they don't have anything. The only thing is either bring them back to TNA, which is horrible. It's now taken over by Global Force Wrestling, or WWE. That's it. The indie scene is soon going to fall. Now, everyone's going to call me crazy, but come on, you really think Vince McMahon is going to let the indie scene fly like this? No way.
No way.
Vince McMahon is going to sign all these guys, use them as jobbers, just like they did to Cody Rhodes with Stardust. How horrible of a gimmick that was.
That was a horrendous gimmick I have ever seen.
They should have used Cody Rhodes properly. But now we're going to get to Leigh's rumors.
All right. Here are some of my rumors. Well, as you may or may not know, Rich Swann left the WWE. And what a shocker that was.
Very big shocker.
And you may disagree with me right here, but I think Rich Swann may be one of 205 Live's best talent.
I agree with you there. Sorry to cut you off, Leigh, but I agree with you. I don't like Rich Swann that much, but in the ring, he's absolutely amazing. Do we know why he left the WWE?
Well, I don't know really. All I heard from WWE is that as he and Rich Swann part ways, and they wished him the best of luck.
Okay, there's a little bit of rumors involving his wife I have heard, but that is not confirmed, so we're not going to really talk about that. Even rumors are not confirmed, but we're not going to talk about his wife and his personal business. So, Leigh, any more on the Rich Swann situation?
Not that I know of, no.
No, so Keep talking about your rumors.
Okay. So, with WrestleMania coming up in just a few months away, WWE is actually planning to use some pyrotechnics at WrestleMania. And that I actually wouldn't mind bringing back. I mean, with some of the superstars having pyro in their intros, like AJ Styles, Kane, for example, like, they've been using non-pyro. And to me, I just don't find that any good at all. It just makes me angry. Next up, if some of you out there know this, Jeff Jarrett has been inducted into the Hall of Fame, which, give the Devils, well, just to rub some salt into this, he doesn't deserve it. Well, in all honesty, I really love Jeff Jarrett. He is the man with the guitar. But, yeah, he doesn't really deserve a spot in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry, Jeff. And big talks on Chris Jericho and Tetsuya Naito. New Japan Pro Wrestling is actually planning this match for the next U.S. New Japan show. And that would be a really great match.
Very.
And if many of you don't know this, but Hulk Hogan is asking for $7,500,000 to join New Japan and Bullet Club, which to me is just, oh my goodness, it's what a cheap man. And next up, WWE is now dual branded, and I'm shocked as most people are, because, well, not that shocked, but yeah, these brand exclusive pay-per-views weren't that good at all.
They weren't being utilized at all. Sorry to cut you off, Lee.
No, it's all right.
What a horrible thing Vince McMahon did. I don't mind the brand split. I actually like it because it gives more superstars an opportunity. But what the hell are they doing with this brand split? They're doing nothing with this brand split. Only 2016 was good when AJ Styles built SmackDown, the best goddamn wrestler of all time. I don't care what you guys think. I'm joking. I do care what you guys think. But
stars. And this has to be out of the book right here. I want to talk about Kurt Hawkins' losing streak. Now, this may not be the biggest subject right here, but I want to talk about this. I've been reading this on the internet, and apparently Kurt Hawkins actually wouldn't mind being remembered of having a long losing streak.
joke.
Absolutely a joke. Kurt, if you're listening to this, then get your head out of your backside, for God's sakes. This isn't a way to be remembered. A losing streak is not the perfect way to be remembered. The perfect way to be remembered is winning world heavyweight titles. Or just any title for that matter. This is no way to be remembered. God, I had to get this out of the system right here, folks. I'm sorry I reacted that way. Now, as you said, Edan, CM Punk is teasing, well, the Young Bucks were teasing a CM Punk appearance at Ring of Honor's All-In event. I don't know if it is a Ring of Honor event, but it's being teased. And for the Elimination Chamber, odds were saying that Alexa Bliss should retain the women's title at the Elimination Chamber.
Wow.
Yes, this says it right here, man. Wow. Alexa Bliss.
So they're gonna do Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss.
This could potentially be that. Yes.
What a waste of talent.
Yes. And this is right here one of the biggest things there is for WWE rumors. Rey Mysterio recently told Inside the Ropes that conversations with him and WWE are still open. He's expected it's expected he'll be back in the company at some point this year. And that, to me, has got to be the biggest thing there is. And this one right here is a really interesting one. Despite all the obvious continued build between Daniel Bryan versus Shane McMahon for WrestleMania, or for at least a pay-per-view, Dave Meltzer says that Daniel Bryan still hasn't been cleared.
Wow.
Yes. I don't care what people say. Daniel Bryan's been out for a long time. He wants to get back in the ring. I want him back in the ring.
We all want him back in the ring.
Everyone wants him back. I am sick of watching Daniel Bryan being used as a general manager. He is better than a general manager. He is a professional wrestler.
What about AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan?
Well, bigger than Shane McMahon versus Daniel Bryan, but yes, I would love to see that.
That would be one of the greatest matches of all time. Continually.
Okay, now this is all about Jason Jordan right here. With Jason Jordan out, WWE was actually planning to use him and Seth Rollins for WrestleMania. But with Jason Jordan now out, well, yeah, there's nothing else left for Seth Rollins, so I guess this was a perfect idea for Seth Rollins being in the Elimination Chamber this Sunday or Monday. Either way. All right, that's it for my rumors and news.
Segment. All right, guys. Now I'm going to be talking about, you know what I do best. Fantasy booking. Edan's fantasy booking. But it wasn't going to be like last week's episode. This is going to be a more realistic booking or fantasy booking. I'm going to do what we have now. Now, it might be the same thing I said last week, but it's not all going to be the same thing. This is not just going to be about WrestleMania. I'm going to talk about Elimination Chamber, most likely. This is what I'm going to do. Now, Leigh just mentioned in his rumor that Jason Jordan's out. Well, it's not a rumor. He is out. And Seth Rollins, we don't know what we're going to do with him. Seth Rollins had the goddamn best performance in Raw as far as I can remember. The last good performance I saw in Raw was the first episode of Raw. Like, not the first ever, like the first episode 2 years ago when the brand split happened. And when Finn Balor went on to win those 2 matches, and one was against the worst wrestler, Roman Reigns.
Which, give the Devil some credit, they pulled off one of the best matches of that night.
Yes. Now, Finn Balor ain't being used. We all know that. Finn Balor lost against The Miz.
Why?
I don't know why. I have no clue. But let me say this. Now Seth Rollins just proved that he's the goddamn best in-ring performer in Raw. Except for AJ Styles. But AJ Styles is in SmackDown.
Yeah, AJ Styles is on SmackDown. But yes, I agree with you 100% about Seth Rollins. He has proved that he is the best on Raw. Forget Roman Reigns. Forget John Cena. Seth Rollins is Monday Night Raw.
Seth Rollins is Monday Night Raw. And here is my fantasy booking for Seth Rollins. Elimination Chamber. The first ever 7-man Elimination Chamber. No one really cares. Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Elias, and who else, Leigh?
The Miz.
The Miz. I don't even care. So, we're not having Roman Reigns wins. I don't want Roman Reigns to win.
We all don't.
I want Seth Rollins. Now, we all know Roman Reigns is going to be in the main event. Why not have Seth Rollins win the Elimination Chamber? We already know that Roman Reigns is going to be in the main event. Why have him be this big dog in wrestling because he is going to win or whatever? I don't care about Roman Reigns. No one cares about Roman Reigns. Have Seth Rollins win that match. Have Roman Reigns inserted into the triple threat against him and Brock Lesnar. Now, Leigh's going to call me crazy, but have Roman Reigns win.
You are out of your mind.
Now, I can't stand Roman Reigns,
No one
But
does.
Vince McMahon is going to do what Vince McMahon does best, and that's piss off the crowd or the people. This ain't wrestling anymore. This is entertainment. This is why everyone at school says, WWE's fake. Why do you watch it? They have a right to say that because it's horrible now. But we're going to make it better with this podcast, and we're going to tell WWE why these fantasy bookings, all these rumors, whatever you want to say, need to come true, or they need to fix their creative team. Kevin Dunn, if you're hearing this, you're the worst WWE employee I've ever seen.
Yes, I agree 100%. Dunn, if you're listening to this, you are the most horrendous human being I have ever looked at.
Now,
And sorry.
keep going, Leigh.
And your fetish with Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Hey, Roman Reigns. Hey, let's let him win the 7-man elimination chamber. Oh, go to hell, Kevin.
Now, so I'd have Roman Reigns win that match. Now, I would love Roman Reigns to turn heel.
Which is never going to happen.
The reason why I would have Roman win that match is to get revenge on Seth Rollins, what happened 3 years ago at WrestleMania
Oh, yes, that's a good
31.
idea. Yes, that's a good one.
So there we go. Now, Roman Reigns wins that. We go on. What's the first pay-per-view? Backlash, yeah? The dual branded pay-per-view?
Yeah, Backlash is the first dual
Well, and I
branded
hope to have
pay-per-view.
the draft there. Now, everyone's going to call me crazy. Everyone's going to call me this. Get rid of the Universal title, please.
Yeah, I
Get
agree.
rid of that title.
Yep.
Or at least change the look of it. Bring it back to the Winged Eagle title. No
Or
one wants
bring back the World Heavyweight title.
Yes, the big gold, and switch it to SmackDown, baby. The SmackDown that AJ Styles built. Now, we have Roman Reigns win that WrestleMania match, go on to Backlash, and I want him to verse Seth Rollins. And what does that line up, Leigh?
You go on.
You can't guess? This is why they call me a genius. Have Dean Ambrose interfere and turn heel on Roman Reigns
And
and
Seth Rollins.
And then Shield triple threat leading up to SummerSlam. I know that's a long wait, but no one wants to see it in another pay-per-view.
No,
Fastlane.
Why Fastlane? I don't want the Shield triple threat match to happen at any pay-per-view other than WrestleMania and Fastlane. Those are the two big pay-per-views I wanted to see it at.
You mean not Fastlane, you mean SummerSlam.
Well, I want the Shield match to happen at WrestleMania or Fastlane. Those are the two biggest options I would have this match
Why
be at.
Fastlane
No, I said WrestleMania. Sorry, WrestleMania.
or SummerSlam?
Or SummerSlam, yeah. Forget Fastlane.
No one likes Fastlane, and it's the worst pay-per-view except for the Great Balls of Fire, which is the weirdest name I've ever heard.
Weirdest name, but it was a decent pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was a good pay-per-view. I'll give them that. But, so I have Dean Ambrose turn heel. But Dean Ambrose is going to wait it out. He's going to be like, you know what? I want Roman Reigns to defend his title a little bit, and then when I choose it to be right, I'm going to go in and take my opportunity. Now, I would have Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose feud while Roman Reigns is defending it against bums. And then there we go. We have Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins fight for a number one contender match. Roman Reigns interferes because he wants revenge on Dean Ambrose. Tries to cost Dean Ambrose the match. Doesn't go his way. Kurt Angle says, you know what? We're having a Shield triple threat at SummerSlam. Leigh, do you like that?
I do like that booking.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to talk about the next Elimination Chamber match.
The women's elimination
The
chamber.
first ever women's Elimination Chamber match.
I'm getting
Boo-hoo.
I'm getting tired of these first timers. Like, why a women's elimination chamber match? These women are not. are not suited for an Elimination Chamber or a Royal Rumble.
Hey. Let me speak to you for a second. I understand Royal Rumble. I don't like the Royal Rumble. But Elimination Chamber, I do. Now, everyone's going to call me crazy when they take that padding off. If they do not take that padding off on the side, I'm going to be very disappointed, by the way, with WWE. I don't know how the Elimination Chamber is going to look this year, but it'll probably look the same. They're going to have Alexa Bliss win, yeah?
Yeah, that's part of my rumors, yes?
Nope.
Never.
They better not have Alexa Bliss win that, because Alexa Bliss is good.
But had her time as women's champion.
She hasn't defended a title since TLC, man. Come on. I want Sasha Banks. I already said this in the last episode. I already said the booking that should happen. And that's it. You heard. If you haven't watched the last episode, watch the last episode. That is more in-depth about WrestleMania and all this fantasy booking. This week's episode is more about rumors and reviews. Now, I'm going to talk about one more thing. And that one more thing is, why the hell do they have Andreas Cillian Almas versus Johnny Gargano 2? Now, everyone's going to call me crazy. I want Johnny Gargano to lose that match.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, wait a minute. I see where you're going with this one. If Johnny Gargano loses this match, there could be a potential chance of him moving to the main roster.
I want him to go to SmackDown and versus AJ Styles.
That would be a 5-star match.
I don't want all this drama and this for Johnny wrestling. No one cares, man. Get Andreas Almas to win that match. I wanted to hold the title for another 6 months and then Aleister Black or Velveteen Dream to win. Maybe that's a bit too long to have Aleister Black in NXT, but I'm not sure. Move Drew McIntyre up the main roster. Drew McIntyre's not going to do anything, man.
He already won the NXT Championship down at NXT, so
have him at Raw, have Adam Cole go in to SmackDown, have Finn Balor, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson move to SmackDown. Bullet Club.
For life.
We want a Balor or Bullet Club. No one cares. Now, everyone's going to be talking about how is Johnny Gargano related to the Bullet Club. It's not. Maybe they have a Johnny Wrestling versus a Bullet Club. I don't know. But that was the last thing I was going to talk about, because right now, wrestling, up until WrestleMania, we can't really talk about fantasy bookings because we don't know really. After WrestleMania, there's definitely going to be a lot more Edan fantasy bookings. Now, we're going to switch it to Leigh's favorite, not Raw and SmackDown reviews.
This is not Raw and SmackDown's not my favorite at all.
Now, Leigh, you're going to review SmackDown, of course. I'm going to review Raw. I want to talk about Raw first. It was scheduled for you to talk about SmackDown, but I don't care. I want to talk about Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins had the single-handedly best performance on Raw. I don't know why they had him lose the match to try and make Braun Strowman big and bad. No one cares about Roman Reigns, first of all. No one cares about Braun Strowman anymore. He's a face. I don't know why. No one cares about John Cena. No one cares about The Miz. The only people I care about is Finn Balor, Elias, and Seth Rollins. Can we please get Roman Reigns off my TV? I don't want to see this guy. He's horrible.
No one wants to see him.
He's the worst goddamn wrestler in history. The Miz, boring now. He's so boring.
There is nothing else left for The Miz.
Put him back on SmackDown. I don't care what you need to do. Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy not being used right. Now, I'm going to review Raw. It was a good gauntlet match. Now, I wouldn't have had Braun Strowman win, but I'm going to rate 4.5 stars for Seth Rollins' performance. All that performance. Now, the reason why I don't give it a 5 stars is because nothing's better than Okada and Kenny Omega 1, 2, and 3. But, come on, man. You can't have Seth Rollins do that and not win the Elimination Chamber? Like, come on.
Like, with momentum like this, it should be rolling into the Elimination Chamber and winning the match.
There we go. Now, the other matches on Raw, well,
They were dreadful.
they were horrible.
Dreadful! Especially that 6-women tag team match.
It was so bad that I shouldn't even review this, but I'm gonna review it. Now, I think the first match of the night,
Was Rollins and Reigns.
yeah, it was Rollins and Reigns via pinfall. Seth Rollins won. They had a pre-match interview, and obviously
It was with Roman Reigns,
it
of
was
course.
with Roman Reigns.
The big dog.
Now, the segment match took up the first 30 minutes of the show. After a series of close calls, Reigns to roll Rollins up, but the architect rolled through to secure his own pin, leaving Reigns incredulous. Now, the next match was a epic 35-minute match. Seth Rollins.
Rollins and Cena was even better than Rollins and Reigns.
Yeah. Now, Cena went for 2 AAs. He went for 1 AA. He hit that, and then he went for another one. I don't know how Rollins recovered. He reversaled it, hit a
super kick,
hit-
and then a curb stomp.
hit the wannabe Kenny Omega knee,
Oh, yeah, the knee. Right.
and then he did the super kick or something, and then the curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. The next match was Elias. He defeated Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that's where the gauntlet match just took a downfall.
Braun Strowman attacked Elias. He was a little bit worn down. He did worn down Rollins though. And Elias brought an early end to the match with his drift away finisher, which triggered a standing ovation for Rollins from the crowd after 60 plus minutes of wrestling. Now, Finn Balor did defeat Elias, which is stupid. Elias should have won the gauntlet match, or Seth Rollins, not stupid Braun Strowman. No one likes Braun Strowman anymore.
As a face.
As a face, I don't like him anymore. Now, this is the gauntlet match practically took the whole night off. The Miz defeated Finn Balor, which was pretty bad. And then Braun Strowman defeated The Miz and won the gauntlet match.
Which could lead to a Intercontinental title match at WrestleMania between Strowman and Miz.
Now, what else happened on Raw? Nia Jax took out Asuka. In a preview of their match at Elimination Chamber, Asuka told Renee Young during her in-ring interview that she isn't worried about losing a streak against Jax. Nia likes to talk about on Sunday. She will not be talking. She will tap out, Asuka said. Jax's attempt to ambush her was intercepted with a spinning kick to the stomach by Asuka. But after a brief brawl, Jax took over to hit a fury of leg drops before standing over Asuka. And Titus Worldwide defeated the Bar. I have nothing to say about that.
It was horrible.
Apollo. Oh my god.
Why shorten his name as well? I'm getting tired of this.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, yes, I get it. It's because of a shooting at a Florida school. And yeah, that's what I got off the internet.
What do you mean? What was Cruz?
Yeah, apparently it was a guy named Cruz, and it was Vince's choice to shorten Apollo Cruz's name to just Apollo.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was a horrible decision, but it sort of makes sense.
Yeah, I understand what you mean by that. Now, Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy engage in a dueling. I don't care about that.
No, I may have liked the segment, but the feud is just getting old.
Yeah. And then Sasha Banks, Mickie James, Bayley defeated Alexa Bliss. But I'm going to talk about what happened after. Very interesting heel heat around Mickie James.
Yeah, something's going on with
The
Mickie James.
Absolution attacked
Alexa,
Bayley, Alexa Bliss.
and then Mickie James came in to save Alexa Bliss.
There we go.
I was full of interest in that.
Yeah.
The match may have been horrible, but at the end of it, it got me interested. That got me thinking that Mickie James and Alexa Bliss might happen again.
I hope so. Now, the SmackDown review. Leigh, take it over. I'm not going to be interrupting this one because SmackDown is even worse.
I wish I wasn't even going through this. I really wish I wasn't. I wish I was up to Ring of Honor and 205 Live. But right now, I have to go through this horrendous excuse for SmackDown Live. As the show started off, it was AJ Styles getting interviewed by Renee Young. I don't know why, but it was an interesting interview. Baron Corbin interrupts, Kevin Owens interrupted, and then yada yada yada. Shane McMahon comes out, makes 2 matches between Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, and AJ Styles and Baron Corbin. Now, Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler, I was all right with that. I actually didn't mind the match. I gave it 3 stars, and I wanted to give it a 4, but at the end of it, with Sami Zayn coming in, it's just ruined the whole match. Well, yes, ruined the whole match. And then next up, Jinder Mahal talking about the SmackDown Live Top 10 list. No one cares about SmackDown's Top 10 list. Why is there a feud between Jinder Mahal, Bobby Roode, and Randy Orton over a freaking list? I shouldn't even be going through this. This is the most childish excuse for a feud I have ever witnessed. And if you think that's childish, wait till you hear about the New Day, Chad Gable, and Shelton Benjamin. Yes, I'm going all out on this one. All the heat is going on SmackDown Live because I shouldn't even be talking about this. I should be talking about indie wrestling, not sports entertainment. It was just horrendous. But the only highlight of this promo with Jinder Mahal was that "you can't win" chants to Jinder Mahal. It was really funny, I must admit. And this was another atrocious 6-woman tag team match. Charlotte, Naomi, Becky Lynch versus the Riot Squad. This easily gets 1 star. Yes, laugh all you want, Edan. Laugh all you want. This match, I had no interest to this match when it was announced last week on SmackDown Live. No interest in it at all. This match made the women's 6-man tag team match on Raw more watchable. Well, the entire match. I'm not just talking about the ending of Raw's 6-women tag match. It was horrible. It gets 1 star. I don't really care about that match. And interesting enough, after that atrocious match, a short promo between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens happened. And their plan before heading into Fastlane next month was taking out Zayn, Styles, and Corbin. Well, taking out AJ Styles, they did, but Baron Corbin, they didn't. I don't know why. I don't care. I just want this review to end. Now, here's where I piss on the New Day and Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. This gets 1.5 stars. And the reason why I give it 1.5 stars, well, it gets a half because Chad Gable was tremendous in this match, showing off his strength to Big E, which I admire. But this match should never have happened. It shouldn't have happened. This match made the 6-women tag team match that I talked about more watchable. As a matter of fact, every match on this week's SmackDown Live, except for Styles, Corbin, and Owens and Ziggler, made Raw more watchable. I wanted this match to be the New Day versus Benjamin and Gable versus the Bludgeon Brothers. A triple threat match to determine the number 1 contenders for the SmackDown Tag Team titles at Fastlane. But nope, we're getting another New Day and Usos match. Snoresville. Absolute Snoresville of a match stat. And speaking of the Bludgeon Brothers, they came up. This match doesn't get any ratings, but I did enjoy the Bludgeon Brothers' appearance and destroying local competitors. And if some of you did or didn't watch SmackDown Live, 2 matches were announced for SmackDown Live. For SmackDown Live's exclusive pay-per-view Fastlane. SmackDown's Women's Championship, Charlotte and Ruby Riott will, and the United States Championship, Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal. Not Jinder Mahal, Randy Orton. Randy Orton and Bobby Roode. Now, honestly, this match just doesn't make any sense. Why cut a promo with 3 stars who shouldn't be at United States title contention, except for Jinder Mahal, who does deserve the United States title, I must admit, for a United States title at a horrendous excuse for a pay-per-view? I don't really get this. I do not really get this. Why cut a promo with 3 stars only to have 2 stars competing for one of the top prizes in WWE, the United States title? I don't really get this. I don't. AJ Styles, Baron Corbin gets 2.5 stars. Styles wins because of a phenomenal forearm. Showed off some great speed and strength. 1, 2, 3. I don't really care. On to end of the SmackDown review.
That was an amazing review by Leigh.
As obvious.
But now we're going to go get to the best goddamn thing on the show.
The E&L segment.
Isn't that right?
Damn right it is.
So the E&L segment is obviously our segment where we both talk a lot about stuff that we want to talk about in WWE / the indie scene and what is interesting. And as well, we're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber and our predictions, because whoever wins probably gets like $10 a can of Pepsi. I don't know. We did that with 3 years ago in WrestleMania, 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's 2 or 3 years ago at WrestleMania 30 where we bet it.
4 years ago.
We bet on
That
the
was
Undertaker
crazy.
and
That was a
Brock
long
Lesnar.
time ago. Felt like yesterday. So we're doing elimination predictions now, and then we're gonna keep going with the E&L segment, which is part of the E&L segment. We're gonna do the Elimination Chamber.
First things first. I'm gonna go with first. I'm gonna start my predictions first with Hardy and Wyatt. I have a feeling that's gonna be opening up the match, and I hope Matt Hardy wins it. I hope Matt Hardy ends this feud and possibly pair up with Bray Wyatt as a tag team. Not a longer feud, but pairing up as a tag team.
I disagree with you. I hope this match doesn't even happen. I want this match at WrestleMania.
That's an even bigger match, yes.
Why have
this match at Elimination Chamber?
There we go. Now, I'll give that prediction right now. But, first of all, I want to say something. Sorry about that. My chair was a bit weird. Now, I want to say something about Matt Hardy. One thing. Is that okay, Lee?
Yep.
Waste of talent.
I have nothing against you. Like, at first I thought this Woken gimmick was going to work, but at the end of it at Raw 25 it was killed. They killed Woken Matt Hardy. And possibly the feud itself. WWE not only killed Woken Matt Hardy and they killed Bray Wyatt years ago. They killed this feud. And I'm hoping it ends at the Elimination Chamber. Continuing on with my predictions, I hope that's...
Whoa. We're going to do prediction one by one. My prediction is Matt Hardy. So we're agreeing there.
Yep. We're agreeing with Matt Hardy winning that match. And with the Raw Tag Team titles...
Whoa. Calm down a sec, man.
What?
Matt Hardy is so wasted that I don't even care about this match. So yeah. We're gonna talk about one more thing that no one cares about. Ronda Rousey's contract signing.
Yes, no one really cares about it. But I'm hoping it actually builds up to this mixed tag team match that rumors were going about on the internet. Ronda Rousey gets a random opponent, which I'm hoping it will be Kurt Angle.
Now, the next match I want to talk about is the Women's Elimination Chamber. Now, I'm going to do my prediction first. And my prediction is Sasha Banks. I want Sasha Banks to win, and I'm going to predict Sasha Banks to win. No, it's not the smart decision, but that's my decision.
Well, I agree with you with Sasha Banks winning the Elimination Chamber. There's nothing else for Alexa Bliss to do. As much as I love Alexa Bliss, there is literally nothing else left for her. She hardly defended that title. The last time she did was, like you said earlier on this show, TLC. And yes, Sasha Banks is basically the one to hold the title.
By the way, Sonya Deville is my dark horse for this match. Not surprised if she wins.
Yeah. Though Mandy Rose, I have no idea why she's in this match.
She's a horrible wrestler.
She may be good with the body, no question needed, but terrible as a wrestler. She's like the Eva Marie, the blonde and sexier version of Eva Marie.
All right, calm down, Leigh.
Yep. You know me. I know my blondes. They're pretty looking good.
Now, the next match is Asuka versus Nia Jax.
Asuka, obvious.
Asuka, if Nia Jax wins, Asuka's gone. You need to kick her out of the WWE. Done.
Yep.
End of it.
Bring her back to Japan. Have her dominate all the women down there.
The next match is the main event. I hope it's not the women's.
Yeah.
Not to be sexist. It's just the men's is more stacked.
Yeah, with having more
the men's elimination chamber.
Having more men in the elimination chamber is probably bigger than the women's elimination chamber itself. Like, I'm going to go off subject right here, but why have the women's Royal Rumble as the main event and not the men's Royal Rumble? Like, I would like to have the women's Royal elimination chamber be either the opening or the middle of the match, middle of the show.
I agree. Now, my prediction, my honest prediction is Roman Reigns.
Yeah, kind of.
Who else is going to win this match?
I can't agree with you anymore. It's obviously going to be Roman Reigns, but if there's any other options that I would take, I would.
Seth Rollins.
Yes, Seth Rollins pulled off the biggest performance of his life in that gauntlet match.
What's it called? My prediction is that Braun Strowman destroys the Elimination Chamber. Destroys the actual thing.
If he can destroy a steel cage or a Hell in a Cell or even the stage set of Raw, I bet he can destroy the Elimination Chamber. No question.
So, we already know who's going to win. It's Roman Reigns.
Yep, it's Roman Reigns.
So, the only thing we disagreed on was, what was that? I don't think we disagreed on anything, did we?
Yeah, no, we didn't disagree on anything.
So
sorry to cut you off, but the only thing that you did disagree with me with was the Wyatt and Hardy tag team.
Yeah, but that's not a prediction, is it?
No, but
that's just a booking.
Yeah, it's just a booking. That's my booking. I know how to book Matt Hardy. Woken Matt Hardy.
Now, what a waste. Like, we agree on everything because we know what's happening.
Yeah, we know our wrestling.
So, yeah. Like, it's just a waste of a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Both Elimination Chamber and Fastlane. They're both wasted pay-per-views.
Like, you can't even have a podcast. Like, you can't have a podcast on wrestling. You can barely talk about it. You know why? Because WWE is that bad. If it was good, we would have so much more to talk about in this episode. This episode was good with the rumors. The review was good. The SmackDown review was definitely good. I just feel like we were lacking a little bit on the fantasy booking. Now, Leigh, this is the E&L segment. We're going to talk about something interesting. Tell me, what is interesting, please?
Well, the only interesting thing right now is Emma with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how she should be booked in Ring of Honor.
Tennille Dashwood, congrats on being on Ring of Honor.
She needs to go to New Japan. I don't want her Ring of Honor. Listen. Not New Japan. Sorry, TNA. Now, I know TNA is getting wasted right now, but who wouldn't want to see Rosemary versus Emma? That would be a sick-ass match.
Yeah, that would be a really great match.
And I thought Rosemary was signed to WWE already. There was rumors about it last year. They didn't really talk about it. By the way, guys, we are going to be talking about the past. We are going to be talking about last year. And as well, we also are, in the E&L segments, we also are going to be talking about our favorite matches. We're going to talk about that after this little segment, but wait a sec. So I reckon Emma should be the champion, obviously.
Yes, she should be the Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
Either the
yes.
Ring of Honor or the TNA. TNA is not that good. They only have like Gail Kim. I don't even watch that show
Yeah, Gail
anymore.
Kim, Awesome Kong, I believe. I don't know.
Also, Kong should go to WWE.
Yeah, she should go back to WWE. She had a horrendous run.
Yeah, she was pregnant, so
we couldn't really blame her. Same thing could go to Maria Kanellis. She is pregnant as well, along with Maurice. So I have a feeling that they're both going to be leaving WWE soon. And yeah, that's my thoughts on Maria and Maurice. I have a feeling that they could both leave since they're both pregnant.
Yep. Mike Bennett, I can't wait until something happens to him, but
Nothing.
you know how much I loved Mike Bennett.
Yeah, I know how much you love Mike Bennett. I like him as well, but nothing has been happening for Mike Bennett.
I've heard big things is coming for him. Since he's still signed. I saw him last week on a video predicting the Super Bowl with the WWE. I did watch that. Kind of embarrassing, but I don't really care. But now we're going to switch it up a little bit. Emma, we don't really care about anymore. She's not in WWE. The independent scene is looking a little bit good, but New Japan's just better than Ring of Honor in my opinion. We're going to be talking about our top 3 favorite matches of all time.
And it doesn't have to be just WWE. It can be an independent wrestling match as well.
Now, third match for Leigh. We're going to go 3-2-1. Leigh, what is your third favorite match of all time?
Well, it's going to be hard to say, but I think one of my favorite matches of all time in the independent scene was Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. No, I have a feeling that you might disagree with me, but I think this match with Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole was probably the best I've seen out of this feud that they had a few years ago.
What do you rate that match?
I would rate that a 4.5 stars. That match at Final Battle proved that Kyle O'Reilly can beat Adam Cole. Now, I love Adam Cole. He's one of my favorite Bullet Club members of all time, other than AJ Styles and Kenny Omega. No one can replace him. Kyle O'Reilly can actually prove that he is the man. He can carry that Ring of Honor title over Adam Cole. It's a shame that he didn't carry it for a long time. He did carry it a little bit up until Wrestle Kingdom 11, and then my man Adam Cole won it back. All right, so what's your third match?
My third match, it's going to be very recent, and that is Johnny Gargano versus Andreas Cianciamas.
I have nothing against that.
A 4.5 rated stars for me. This match had so much emotion in it. This match was amazing. Johnny Gargano was so close from winning. He had the fans on his side, but no, it didn't look like.
Yeah, it didn't turn out pretty well for Johnny wrestling. He was really, really good in that match. Just wasn't good enough for Andreas Cianciamas.
Andreas Cianciamas is the best heel in wrestling right now, without a shadow of a doubt, except for Cody Rhodes, in my opinion. Alright, so let me talk about how Johnny Gargano just made that match so emotional. Yeah, so Johnny Gargano had the crowd up and running, and it was crazy. Andreas Cianciamas won the match. I have no words. That match was easily a 4.5 for me. and it was just a really good match. And Andrade Almas should hold the title for another 6 months to a year. Now, I'm going to have Leigh's second favorite match. So, Leigh, tell me, what is your second favorite match of all time?
Okay. For my second favorite match of all time, I say it had to be The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25. It was the best WrestleMania match I've seen next to
next to Kurt Angle.
Yeah, next to
and
Kurt
Brock
Angle and
Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 19. WrestleMania 19 is my favorite WrestleMania of all time, by the way. And yes, this match was absolutely better than Undertaker's last match after that WrestleMania. Yeah, I gotta say, this match was really, really great. It had all high hopes on this match. I didn't really think that Shawn Michaels could beat the streak, but lasted longer than any of us thought we would think. And yeah, that's my second favorite match of all time.
How many stars?
5 stars.
My second favorite match of all time has to be Okada versus Kenny Omega 1. Now, everyone say, oh no, number 2's better, or number 3, number 1's the best, all this. Number 1 for me is my favorite one out of the 3. Why? Because the moves they had, the excitement the Japanese crowd had, the Tokyo Dome was absolutely amazing. And I don't know how to say it, but Kenny Omega, everyone thought Kenny Omega was gonna win, but Okada with the Rainmaker, one of my probably my favorite finisher right now, the Rainmaker.
Nothing can beat the Rainmaker.
He wins that match. I couldn't believe it.
It was the best
I didn't watch it
ever.
live. Everyone was talking about it. Even Leigh was telling me, oh, this match is so good. This match is this match is that. I'm like, come on, man. Can't be that good. I watched it. Very
And
surprised.
I proved
So,
you wrong.
Yeah, I watched it. Very surprised.
All right, let's get to my number 1.
Yeah,
number
number
one happened this year at Wrestle Kingdom 12. And I'm not talking about Tetsuya Naito versus Okada. That was a amazing match. Number 1, Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega, no holds barred for the IWGP United States Heavyweight title. It gets 8 stars. No question needed. It was the best match of all time. I watched it live. I watched it just in the 5th hour of wrestling. 5 hours of professional wrestling in Japan. It was the best match I have ever watched, featuring Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. They both deserve these 8 stars. And the moves, the Chris Jericho acting all heel, it's brilliant. All right.
Now, this is going to be the last part of the radio, or the podcast. My favorite match. WrestleMania 25. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. I don't even need words to explain it. I watched it live, sitting on a couch as a little kid. I'm still a kid, but I was really little back then. And I'm like, how the hell are they doing this? That move from The Undertaker and then Shawn Michaels moving the camera guy, that was pure gold. That is the best. That is simply the best.
The
Match
best
I've
WrestleMania
seen.
match ever.
I'm giving that a 6 stars, but I'm going to talk about it. Undertaker won that match. It was a really good match. The second match wasn't as good, but number 1 was really good. Now, guys, we don't have enough time, but thank you for watching 2Sweet podcast. And next week, I assure you, we should have more information, because that is after the Elimination Chamber.
It will be going through the Elimination Chamber as well.
You know what happens after a pay-per-view. So thank you very much, guys, and peace.
2Sweet. Good night.
Y'all ready for this?